Can't let this nigga Tone just keep beating me.
Nope.
I'll never beat this nigga.
I got him twice.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. The give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a reverse. At the 35, he's loose. And he's running in the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The proverbial rabbit out of the hat. Getting out of the Houdini-like blocks. Calling reverse and trickeration. And it worked.
It does, and it's frustrating because defensively you're thinking run, you're playing aggressive, and on that backside, hey, you gotta stay home, you gotta be alert, you gotta do your job. When you don't, here comes the reverse, here comes the touchdown.
Fair catch, called for and made. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Looking for a productive play on first down. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Jumped on top of the pile. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Snap it to the back. And he's wrestled to the ground.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They'll try to sneak it.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Buckeyes are marching down the field. They'll give it to the back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Little touch pass to the receiver. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Touch pass on the run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put it at push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Dropping back, it's Addison. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the running back has it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down.
As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to Johnson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
To throw, it's Spatiato. He's going to take off. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight end has so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
That's a nice-looking run, man. And what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Hurricanes are on the move.
Here we go.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Get set, we're going.
Off play action. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fast motion from the offense. Right back to the well. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the offense. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. We didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off. Getting the offensive guys in Everyone was right where they're supposed to be. Nowhere to run.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. On the ground, it's Judkins. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They've converted twice on fourth down so far. Will they make it 3? They'll try to pick up the first. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that fourth down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Here's the handoff. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to throw. It's Battiato. He fires a bullet to the right. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Let's go.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling the coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They give it to him again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll run the sneak for it. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Quick handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll go with a direct snap. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the 1st down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Now 2nd and 10.
42 Spider.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to throw, it's Vattiato. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Grabbed in the middle, it's Arroyo. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They're getting this guy lathered up. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Addison. It's complete on the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hauls it in. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big game.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll try the run. Smashes through. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
Okay, ready?
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to pass. It's Battiato. Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. It's a reverse. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Defensively, it's like which one of these guys are the most dangerous. Goodness gracious, you got so many guys that spread you out with speed and wide receivers that you think about taking away the passing game. And then what do? They put him in motion, and he goes across the formation really quickly.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Takes it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What What a return after the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tony.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now on second down. They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Scanning the field, it's Addison. They're bringing heat. Took a shot as he threw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. And now on second down for this offense. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly to the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Got it past the marker. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking downfield, it's Battiato. He looks that one in nicely. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Got his man quickly. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Direct snap. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Kane.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Snap it to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Will they try to win it here or be content to play for overtime? From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. Fighting off the defender. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. And I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made after the 1st down. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. Outley got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Give to the back. Nifty little dance step. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Addison. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This late in the game, 4th quarter, go time. We got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. No need to look right or left, just kick it right down the middle for the game. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the 1st down, I think you just keep your place. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fair catch called for and made. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Coming out, looking to take a shot. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a great way for this defense to finish off this game as time has expired. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played lately.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Shit, that's what I heard. That's that nigga Argent Nemesis.
Or
Can't never beat that nigga.
he have. I think once.
I don't think I lost to that
I
nigga
did.
ever.
He's beat me once.
Yep.
So you saying you put belt ass every
I'm
time?
not saying anything. It's just like with you guys and the Lubasa thing. I'm not saying anything.
If that nigga only beat you once in all your matches, pop
That's
your
all,
shit.
that's all you guys. That's all you
Pop your
guys.
shit, man.
That's what you said.
That nigga can't fuck with you. Pop your shit.
Hey man, that's
He
all,
only won once.
if that's what you guys think, that's what you guys think.
I mean, I played it.
What do you
only
think?
beat me once. I would say that nigga can't fuck.
I just think I won.
I feel you. Humble approach. I feel you. Humble king.
I don't know about all that, man.
Why all you niggas sitting around me like y'all finna get a bowl or something when this shit get done?